What is good with the YouTube? It is your boy Sean Rock Tutter, represent Mandatory Thrive, because every day it is mandatory for us to thrive, and I am back again with another video. In this video, I want to talk to you guys about self-discipline. Before I even get into self-discipline, I want to talk about some of the benefits first. The benefits of self-discipline, the first one, in my opinion, is self-love, right? Self-discipline reflects self-love. How do I know that it reflects self-love? Is because when you conquer something that you feel is difficult by disciplining yourself, every time you do that, you're loving yourself. You're giving yourself more value. You're building up self-love, self-respect, and self-confidence. So the first thing is a combination of those things. Self-discipline builds self-love, self-respect, self-confidence. Number two is that self-discipline gives you the ability to impact other people's lives, but it also makes other people respect you because they know that you're going to do what you say you're going to do, right? So they can count on you, they can trust you, because your ability to be self-disciplined is going to make sure that you execute whatever you say you're going to execute. And this is going to not only impact others, right? And flourish in your relationships, it's also going to give you more opportunities. And that's the third thing. The third thing that self-discipline does is it offers you more opportunities than the people who are not self-disciplined, right? The more self-disciplined you are, the more responsible you are. So the more you're going to be able to do, right? And the more you're going to be able to accomplish. So self-discipline improves opportunities, right? The fourth thing is just flat out being self-disciplined makes life better, right? Because when we're not self-disciplined and we do things that don't align with our original plan, they take us away from our original goal. And not being self-disciplined lowers our confidence in ourselves, lowers our confidence in our abilities, lowers our ability to love and impact other people. So these are all different things that why it's important, to be self-disciplined. And I want to talk about why it's difficult to be self-disciplined for the majority of society or humans, outside of things that they just have to do. I'm talking about the things that you want to do, but you don't do. The reason why I believe that it's very difficult for people to be self-disciplined and how to fix it is because there's two different things in life that people run from and pursue, right? People run from pain and people pursue pleasure, right? So being self-disciplined is painful, right? It's painful. It's painful to be running a mile and you set out to run 2 miles. Because once you reach the mile point, the next mile feels like hell. It's painful, right? So people run from pain. But in order to be self-disciplined, you have to develop an intimate, right, consistent, over-the-top love for pain. There's no way of getting around it. And you have to have the ability to directly delay the other end of the spectrum, which everybody's chasing. And what's that? Pleasure, right? So it's kind of like, to develop self-disciplines, you have to make them go this way versus them going this way. So avoiding pain now, right, won't give you pleasure in the long term, right? Avoiding pain now won't give you pleasure in the long term, right? Having pleasure now will give you pain long term, right? So you have to understand that it's a result is always happening, and your discipline is always manifesting something. It's just what is it going to manifest? And if you want to manifest discipline, you have to have a different relationship with pain. You have to understand that it's going to be hard. Like, just think of all the great things that people have done in the world. Like, if they didn't have a tolerance for pain, they would have never been able to do it, because once it got hard, they would have quit. That's why self-discipline is hard to conquer. It's because it isn't easy. It isn't going to come easy. You have to develop it by learning how to go through and overcome the temporary pain in the short term, so that in the long term you can have the permanent pleasure of being self-disciplined. And really, the more self-disciplined that you are, the more easier it's going to become over time, right? So it's really no magic pill. Like, it's no magic pill. If you want to lose 10 pounds, like, you're going to experience pain to lose 10 pounds. There's no way of getting around it. If you want to work a job for a whole year, right, and get promoted, like, you're going to experience pain to do that. Like, if you want to be in a relationship or out of a relationship, either one of those choices, you're going to experience pain. But nothing that comes easy means anything. So developing self-discipline is a critical and vital tool for us as individuals to be at our peak and at our best. And we're always at our peak when we're outside of our comfort zone. We're always at our peak when we're not running from pain and running to pleasure. Because, as I keep stating, the more you run to pleasure, the more pain you will have in the future. The more you embrace pain, the more pleasure you will have in the future. So it's about embracing pain in whatever avenue that you're doing, right?